Awesome.
Hello. So we are just going to do it standing up. Hello, I'm Paula. I'm from Argentina. I'm here with Andy. He's from Costa Rica. And we're going to, actually, this is the first time we met in person. Yeah. We've been working for 6 months, and this is the first time. So thank you for the organizers for this opportunity and for giving us the space to be here. Thank you. We are going to tell you about ETH KIPU, about the role of Latam communities, and about a special project that we've been working with Andy that is helping to geographically decentralize Ethereum. Then we will let you know a little bit more about that. Sorry. About ETH KIPU. Well, ETH KIPU is a non-profit organization dedicated to supporting the Ethereum ecosystem in Latin America. It was co-created and is being co-created by Latam community leaders. It started last year with an event in Buenos Aires, Argentina, ETH Latam. We actually brought together 4,000 people. You know, Argentina has one of the biggest communities in the region. We were really happy about the event. It was the first event thinking regionally. We always had in mind to do something bigger as a region. And then we had the opportunity to organize ETH Latam at Bogota. This was a different event. It was for beginners. It was all in Spanish, but it was a great success. Actually, DevCon in Bogota, it was really important because it gave us the opportunity to highlight what was going on in the region. We decided, we realized we all met in person. There are also many of the leaders of communities of Ethereum met in person there, and we realized that we've been working with similar goals. And that if we join together and we unify our efforts and initiatives, we could do something bigger. So we decided to create ETH KIPU. It would not only be an event, it would be something bigger. Well, there's a slide missing, but something we were talking yesterday and we always like sharing is that in Latin America, Ethereum is helping to solve real problems. You know, we have financial inclusion, we have inflation, especially in Argentina, we have corruption issues, and Ethereum is helping to create solutions. And especially it's giving us the opportunity and the tools to be part of that solutions that are being made by people that come from a real passion to improve our way of living. So we built ETH KIPU. This started actually in January, right? And we are working on 6 projects. The educational hub, we are offering open source and free education in Spanish and in Portuguese. We are organizing our event, ETH Latam. I actually will invite you all. This year will happen in San Pedro Sula in Honduras in October. You are all invited to be a part. We have a community hub where we give advice, we have handbooks, we have mentoring for people that want to build their own communities or that they already have a community but need some advice on different issues. We are building a think tank to have industry reports that will help us make better decisions. We also have a special unit of public goods. This is a special educational program that will describe the importance of public goods in the region. And then we have KIPU stakers, which is also where we are willing to educate on staking. And our main goal is to have more validator nodes in Latin America. Andy will tell you more about that. So we are really happy to tell you that today ETH KIPU has more than 25 collaborators. We are all ETH community leaders from 13 different Latam countries. So I let you, Andy, to talk about KIPU stakers.
Cool. So yes, KIPU stakers, you might have noticed a similarity with another community called ETH stakers. We definitely got inspired from them. So what our goal, I guess, is to just increase the amount of validator nodes in Latam. We know that the nodes and the home stakers are a key backbone of Ethereum decentralization, and actually censorship resistance, and in general just like like strength of the network. So we want to do that and support Ethereum, and in the process of doing so, also educate, onboard, and support individuals and communities who want to stake and be part of this ecosystem. Another byproduct of this is not only we strengthen the Ethereum network, but we also help communities or individuals or countries or local organizations to create new sustainable funds of income for their activities. So let's try to understand Latam like as a region. Like Paul was already mentioned some of the problems and why crypto, like it's such a lifeboat. Ethereum it's one of the, well, the 7th biggest market, and it has shown an increased growth in the usage of crypto blockchain in general. 2021 to 22, 5 of the top 30 countries of crypto adoption, and also in Latam. So you can see some of them here: Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico. And it's just like overall, and probably this is also similar to other regions around the world, we have a problem in terms of inflation and remittance. So just sending money from one country to another. So those are the 2 main drivers for adoption. But we saw also that even though there's a good usage of Ethereum and crypto in general in Latam, only 0.52% of the validator nodes in the world are in Latam. That's extremely low. So we start asking why there's no more people. You can see, by the way, in NodeWatch, there might be other approaches on how to measure this, but overall the trend is like Latam, Africa, parts of Asia and Oceania like support or add very little validators to the network. We can see like one of the problems is like it just gives a lot of power to whatever jurisdictions affect the nodes that happen to be in that region. So if you analyze North America and Europe, basically 80% of the nodes are there. So if there's a legislation that it goes against Ethereum, against crypto, well, we get to see these jumps and spikes and reactions. So this is, as you might have seen, OFAC compliance, and we peaked at 79% of the network being like OFAC compliant, and now thankfully we're way low. We're probably not gonna see this problem happen again, but we may see others, right? And most of them are tied to legislation and just like being too tied to a specific country. And very similarly, as we recognize the importance of client diversity, you can see on the left, like the amount of like clients that exist on the consensus layer and the amount of usage. We also want to recognize the importance of geographic diversity. So yes, Europe, North America are way high, and we would love to see a bit more in Asia, Oceania, Latin America, and Africa. So we asked the people, why don't you stake? And we made a survey, we got like over 50 answers over a weekend. 75% of the people said they don't stake. We asked them why. And the big, sorry, this is in Spanish, but the big blue thing, it says, I don't count with 32 ETH. The other 2 says, I don't have the theoretical knowledge or like the technical knowledge. And in the people that do stake, some of them, they do it with their own validators, but most of them just do it on a pool or whatever liquid staking. So we say, okay, how do we change that? How do we support more people to stake? And how do we enable like more sovereign communities? And I think we found 2 approaches, right?
Hello. The first one is education. Actually, you can find a really good lesson in an explicando that Andy gave in YouTube. It's for beginners how to do staking. We are organizing workshops. We are also, well, you can tell about the synergy with eThaker, Andy. But as I told you in the beginning, our goal is to reduce the gap of Spanish education and Portuguese also. And this is really an interesting action that we did with eThaker. It's the global staking community.
Yeah, we noticed like basically 95%, I'm just making numbers, of the content around staking and how you do it is in English. And that's a barrier. That's a barrier for most of the rest of the world who is not its first language or just don't have access to this. So yeah, we partner with eThakers, and now there's a big movement, and that's awesome. To translate more of the knowledge base, and hopefully we can do the same with many other like knowledge bases from different projects. So one angle, education, definitely needed. The other angle is like actual hands-on collaboration. How can we make awareness of this concern and this need of geographically decentralizing Ethereum, and what we can do about it? So over the last, 4 months, we have been meeting with awesome projects. Here on the list are some of them. You're trying to explain what's our vision, what do we think we should do as a community, which is basically increase the presence in underserved communities, underserved regions, and some of these are the projects we have met. So one of the approaches that we're trying to pursue right now is with DApp Node and ETH KIPU, which is a node runner program. The goal is to host workshops of staking and do that through like testnets and validations and like lower cost ways to people to feel comfortable to do staking. Once they have graduated and done a bunch of like just shown the performance and the capabilities to run like a node in-house, okay, maybe we can give them a hardware and then support by also provide some liquidity in exchange of also like donating back to the community. So it's a win-win-win. Individuals help support the community. The like local communities and ETH KIPU become a bit more sustainable, and again, like the network overly decentralizes. Another also great project that started very recently with EtherFi called Operation Solo Staker is very similar. It's like EtherFi gives with DAppNode, Avado, and a few other Oval and a few other partners, gives hardware to individuals whose goal is just to become node operators, and the liquid staking or the ETH comes from the network. So again, people perform and do a good job of becoming node operators and graduate and get not only that knowledge, but some money back by operating those nodes. So I guess those are two great projects who help like educate in a risk-free manner and progressively make more nodes in regions where, again, like they're only underserved or under presence.
Right, so here you can find more information about KIPU staking and about ETH KIPU. Here are our social networks. So if you want to get in touch, we will be here also. So I think that's it. Thank you very much. I don't know if we have time for any questions.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.